to Zimbabwe now, where police continue to harass Prime Minister Morgan Tsvangirai party members. They've arrested 2 more members of staff from Tsvangirai communications office. 6 Movement for Democratic Change members have now been arrested. Joining us in studio is MDC National Spokesperson Douglas Monzora. A very good morning to you, sir. Thank you so much for joining us. What's your reaction to the latest arrests?
Well, this latest arrest is a continuation of the desperate moves by the government of Robert Mugabe to harass the MDC, or those deemed to be associated with the MDC. It started with a few weeks ago the murder of the 12-year-old child in an attack on the house of an MDC official. And then it went on to the harassment of members of the civil society, confiscation of shortwave radios, so that the people in the rural areas do not hear any other radio except for the Zimbabwe Broadcasting Corporation. The arrests on the members of the Prime Minister's office are part of the provocation by some elements within ZANU-PF to the MDC, so that the relations within the government of national unity are soured before the elections. It also is meant to destabilize the MDC ahead of the preparations for elections. That's why they are targeting the communications department of the Prime Minister's office.
What do we know about the 2 latest arrests? I believe there were janitors. What charges do they face?
They are just arresting everyone. They are just arresting everyone in the Prime Minister's office, in the communications office. And these people were general workers, the latest arrests. But this is just meant to make sure that the department is completely closed and immobilized. The charges that the others are facing, we don't understand them. One is breach of the Official Secrets Act and the compiling of dockets. Now, compiling of evidence of crime is not an offense. Anybody, any citizen can compile evidence of crime. This is because the ZANU-PF linked police are not arresting members of ZANU-PF accused of offenses ranging from murder to corruption. And MDC has evidence of these crimes, and the police wanted to destroy that evidence. That's why they are arresting these people.
And what's the state of the previous arrests of the MDC members? We also know the arrest of human rights lawyer Beatrice Mthethwa. Where are we at the moment? How far do we know about what's happening in their cases?
Well, they were brought before a magistrate court. They were denied bail. They were remanded to the 3rd of April. Again, this is not a case where bail should have been denied. And we totally condemn the arrest of Mrs. Mthethwa, because she was the defense lawyer going about her duties, protecting her client's interests. But that arrest is meant to intimidate the Zimbabwean lawyers against representing members of the MDC. It will take a courageous lawyer to take up an MDC case. We have always been saying as the MDC that the international community must intervene, especially the SADC, to make sure that conditions for free and fair elections are put in place. We have had a very good referendum. The people of Zimbabwe have spoken. They've adopted a new constitution. And ZANU-PF is acting more and more desperately. These are desperate attempts by ZANU-PF to get political leverage ahead of elections.
And what do you plan to do about it as the MDC?
Well, there are quite a lot of things that we are doing. First of all, we are galvanizing international support and national support ahead of the elections. But most importantly, the SADC facilitator, President Zuma, must act on this harassment. The entire SADC must act on this harassment, because it does not augur well for the elections that are coming in Zimbabwe.
At the rate that things are going at the moment with these arrests, do you foresee a repeat of the previous presidential elections?
If the international community doesn't intervene, then we are relapsing back into 2008, where there was a complete breakdown of the rule of law. And there are signs that the rule of law is breaking down. ZANU-PF ministers, for example, were accused of corruption. The Anti-Corruption Commission went to raid their offices, and they were met with by armed people, and up to now these offices have not been searched. So there is selective application of the law. There is mobilization law enforcement agents against the MDC. So if this is not arrested by way of intervention of the international community, we will go back to the chaos of 2008. Zimbabweans want to vote in peace. They voted in the referendum. A record 3,300,000 people voted in the referendum. The first such turnout since independence. And this shows that Zimbabweans want to vote. But they can only vote in an election free of intimidation, free from violence. We want an election system that guarantees the secrecy of the vote, the security of the vote, and the security of the voter.
Well, thank you so much for your time, sir. That was MDC National Spokesperson Douglas Monsora.